Well, I grew up out in Wilton, getting the bus into school every day, and the bus used to say the statue on the front of it, and sometimes used to say Undialav, and that was the number 8 into town we got, and so to me, that's my first memory of the Undialav, or the statue, and I suppose it's just part of Cork. You know, it was a place where all the buses went. It was the centre of Cork, and the dead centre, and I think other towns they used to say Unlar, and I think in Cork there was buses that said Unlar as well, meaning the centre, but there was definitely one called Undialav, or the statue. So it was the centre of operations in Cork, and it was a place to meet, and you would meet people at the statue and see at the statue, and that's the statue was just there. Like, I have a riddle about the statue, Antoine, and the riddle is this: what has 2 eyes but can't see, 2 ears but can't hear, 4 legs but can't walk, and can jump as high as Father Matthew's statue inside in Patrick Street? And the answer is a dead donkey. Now, people don't get that straight away, because a dead donkey, well, you see, the donkey has 2 eyes but can't see, 2 ears that can't hear, 4 legs but can't walk, but can't jump at all. Neither can the statue. The statue can't jump, you see, it's being made of stone. So the donkey can jump just as high as the statue can jump. Now, the statue is not made of stone. It's actually made of some kind of a cast metal. And oh, the smell from Patrick's Bridge is wicked. How does Father Matthew stick it? Here's up the mall, says the boys of Fairhill. It's the first verse in the Boys of Fairhill. So
it's famed
there was an
in
awful
song and
smell.
story.
Pardon?
It's famed in song and story.
It's famed in song and story. There was an awful smell down by the statue. Like when I was a child, the river used to be green, and there used to be a pong off the river, as you remember. Like on some hot summer's day, like this, it was very serious. Pong, so that's why Father Matthew found it hard to stick it. Then of course there was the Father Matthew Hall. Was a very famous place where we are here on Father Matthew Street, and we used to go into the Father Matthew Hall to the Feshes, and Father Matthew was a most revered character, and it's only the other day I was at his grave out in the Botanic Gardens, St. Joseph's Cemetery in Ballyfihan, outside in the Han, and the funny thing about the grave is that the cross was put up before he died at all. The dates are strange on the grave. But anyway, what was I going to say? That's the statue. I can't think of it.
Do you think the modern generation, after the generation after us, does it mean anything to them?
I think so, yeah. Well, I remember when Patrick Street was being changed in 2005, and they were going to move the statue, and there was war. There was an outcry against it because it was just pure Cork. But yeah, I think so. I don't know whether it still says it in the buses. I don't think it's said in the buses for many years now. But I think everybody just knows where the statue is. You just call it the statue. You don't say Father Matthew's statue ever.
And is it important to celebrate something like that in the centre of a city like Cork?
Sure, it's fabulous. I mean, like you go to Barcelona, you see Christopher Columbus. You go to Cork, you see Father Matthew. You know what I mean? He's our own man, like. And you know, it's a brilliant story. Like, you know, the story of the temperance movement. I believe they had 5 million members at one stage in Ireland and England signed up for it. It did hugely benefited people, really. You know, I mean, things were bad, and the drink didn't make it any better, I suppose. So I think that he worked in the cholera epidemics, and he worked at the temperance movement, and he said, "Here goes in the name of God." A child and his mother were walking through town. They were passing a statue as the day was going down. Who is that figure all wrapped up in stone? Son, that's Father Matthew, the temperance man. Come back, Father Matthew, we're sorry we drove you away. Come back, Father Matthew, come back and show us the way, show us the way. Imagine, son, Ireland in the 1830s, the spectre of famine stalking the land. 1 million were drowning in a sea of sorrows. For Matthew, he reached out his hand. Come back, Father Matthew, we're sorry we drove you away. Come back, Father Matthew, come back and show us the way, show us the way.
Father Matthew's statue, Mangan's clock, and the Fireman's Rest.